Welcome to another Custom Heroclix Showcase. I'm Anthony, and today I'm going to be showing off Gabriella Cantalin, also known as Clemency. Now as you can see here, there's two different figures. The reason being is the one on the left is actually my first attempt at creating the custom figure for this character using an Iron Man. Unfortunately, I do not remember which mark it was. I believe it was 42. The figure on the right, however, I consider the final version, which was created using a rescue figure that was given to me by Mike, as he had like a crap load of doubles of her. Similar to Ruin, this was accomplished by applying green stuff in strategic locations and then just painting over the figure. Now for Clemency's backstory, she is the significant other of Aiden Darrow, also known as Ruin, which is a figure I showed off previously, but more importantly, she found out that she was an Inhuman with powers of her own later on in her story. Her special power is that she can choose to either heal or harm a person just by touching them. And what you see her wearing is a prototype armor designed by Parker Industries that takes her touch and converts it into waves. That being said, you can tell that Clemency is going to be a support character, but she definitely has some abilities that allows her to hold her own on the battlefield. Clemency has the keywords Armor, Inhumans, Scientist, and Spider-Man Family. And her team ability is the Inhumans team ability, which I get that there's already an Inhumans ATA, but I didn't feel it was a very good one. So instead, the Inhumans team ability is just the Fantastic Four team ability, which is anybody who shares that keyword, if they are KO'd, you go ahead and heal the other people with the same team ability for one click. As for traits and abilities, her only trait is Tech Enhanced Power, which gives her Perplex. Clemency's first movement ability is Can't Hit What You Can't See, which gives her Stealth. So as long as she is within hindering terrain or behind hindering terrain, if a ranged opponent tries to target her, they would be unable to do so. Following that is the movement ability Can't Hit What You Can't Catch, which is Sidestep. Contrary to what Mike might believe, this is actually a great ability to have, as it allows you to take a free action to move up to 2 spaces, which is really good for positioning. Her attack ability is Do No Harm, which is Incapacitate. So, when you choose to attack an opponent, you can, instead of doing damage, choose to put a token on them instead. Let's see if we can get there without knocking everything over. Her first defensive ability is Defense Systems Activated, which is Energy Shield Deflection. So when she is the target of a ranged combat attack, she gets a +2 to her defense. Her other defensive ability is still work to be done, which is Regeneration. And what Regeneration allows you to do is roll a d6, and then you take that result, cut it in half, round it up, and that's how many clicks you would be healed. Minimum of 1. Now her damage ability is kind of her bread and butter, which is Guardian Angel. Clemency can use Shape Chains and Support. When she uses Support, she can treat friendly characters within 4 squares and line of fire as if they were adjacent and increase the damage healed by +1 for each action token on the target. So we're going to move him over real quick, so it's further away, and he's not based. So the way it would work is previously you would add +2 to the heal, but with the changes in the errata to this ability, the way it would work instead is you would add that +2 since there's 2 tokens on Ruin, or +1 if there was 1 token on Ruin, and you add that result to your heal roll. And this ability was actually taken off of an Alfred Pennyworth. And then her final damage ability is Healing Touch, which is Support. So you can heal a friendly character as long as they're adjacent to you and not in combat. And for her dial, as I previously stated, she's 80 points, has the Inhumans team ability. She does have a trait, but she does not have an improved movement ability, but that's just fine because she does have Flight as well as an Indomitable. She also has a range of 4 with up to 1 target. She is 5 clicks deep, with her first click giving her an 8 in range, 10 in attack, 17 in defense, and 2 in damage. Her second click giving her 8 in movement, 10 in attack, 16 in defense, 2 in damage. Her third click giving her 7 in movement, 9 in attack, 16 in defense, and 2 in damage. Her fourth click giving her 7 in movement, 9 in attack, 15 in defense, and 1 in damage. And her final and fifth click gives her 6 movement, 8 attack, 15 defense, and 1 in damage. So again, like I said, a great support fig in my figure, especially for the point cost. I think it goes without saying, due to their backstories and just how well the synergy is between the two of them, then in most teams I will pair Clemency with Ruin, unless there's somebody else that, would benefit from her abilities more. So that'll do it for this Custom Heroclix Showcase of Clemency. Let me know what you think of this figure. Is this a figure that you could see using in one of your teams? And if so, what teams would you run her with? We'd also love to hear some of your Custom Heroclix ideas, so definitely be sure to share those down in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and ding that bell to remain notified of future videos. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all the other social media we have listed down below. Hop over to our Discord to talk with the ReadyComicsRoll crew and other rollers about all things Heroclix, whether it be discussing your favorite teams, future releases, the meta, all that other good stuff. We also have a Twitch where we play video games and board games throughout the week, so follow us there to check it out. And if you'd like to help us grow, head over to our Patreon and become a patron today.